pick right now.
Okay. Look, I, you know what I really should have done? I made the mistake of being stupid. I made the mistake of not being stupid because my intro video, I looked like I was a complete tool bag, and I'm not. And I'm smart. Now, look, as much as I like Peyton and as much as I enjoy him, he is a horrible liar. I know he told Noah about my idol. I know he told Noah. And that's why he had Duke vote for me. Because he didn't think that, because Duke told me that he wouldn't vote for me. And that's what he did. I know that's what he did. Obviously, clearly seeing that Peyton, and Alyssa are super close. Although, and that's the thing, a lot of things I told Peyton, Alyssa seems to know. As much as I like him, it's very clear that he is um, playing. He says I'm playing hard. The first person who points a finger is usually the person who is guilty of it. So the person who is saying I'm playing hard is probably the person who's probably playing the hardest. I'm not stupid. I see what's going on. Like, I knew I was getting voted out. I knew Jesse was trying to throw it, but at that point, no one was going to have it because they weren't sure if I had something up my sleeve. Which even if they think I have something up my sleeve, that's fine. That's cool. I'm totally okay with that. But I know what they're doing, and they're bad at it. Peyton's bad at lying to me. I want to believe Alyssa with our conversation tonight, but I'm not really sure. I want to believe that I do have people on my side, but at this point, I'm not stupid. At this point, I'm about to turn into the guy from those games who is ruthless, who is cutthroat. I had a very low point where I wanted to quit. Extremely low point. I felt like I had nowhere to run. I felt like I was just screwed. I had nothing going in my favor, nothing working for me, nothing. And then now I'm down to the final 9. Although it's 10 right now, but I'm safe, so technically 9. I've really turned this game around for myself because I have become a little more ruthless. You know, Peyton told me straight up about the vote yesterday, or I think it was yesterday, about how you use your idol, everyone's voting for you. So I used my idol, and he was the one who basically kind of told me to vote for Alyssa. And then he goes and switches his vote with some bullshit ass reason of, oh, Kim told me this. Now, we all know, okay, if you're coming up with an excuse, like I hear Matthew's laugh in my head, is that if you're going to come up with an excuse, make it better. Make it a better one. Don't say Kim out of everybody who's really wasn't around. Don't say that she told you to vote a certain way. That's stupid. That makes no sense. No one's going to believe that. Just like same thing with Noah saying that he found his idol sitting on pro boards for under the rules. No one believes that, but he knew about it because Emily had told him. And since Emily had told him, all right, strike one for Emily. Alyssa's had a few strikes. Peyton lied to me, saying everyone's going to vote for you, and then he goes and votes for Jordan. He's saying there's no time. He could have messaged me, but he didn't. So strike one for Peyton. Duke at this point, what reason does he really have to lie to me? Now, do I want Duke gone? Absolutely. But he told me that no one knew about the idol. I only told 4 people. Technically, I only told 3 because at this point I don't count Kim because she's kind of like a ghost in the wind. Was Peyton, Emily, and Jeff. At that point, I don't think Jeff's relationship with Noah was super close. At least at that point, because it wouldn't benefit him. I don't think Emily would have told him. And Duke told me straight up that Noah told him that Peyton said it. So since I know that Peyton had told him about my idol and basically just tried to get me to use it, try to get me to use it, and he told me to vote for Alyssa, but he's cool with Alyssa, so he doesn't want her to go. That's why he voted for Jordan. He came with that bullshit ass excuse. And Jesse tried to throw that shit tonight. She tried it. She tried the fuck out of it, and I was not gonna let it happen. I was not. I didn't care about no deadlines. I didn't care about nothing. I was not letting that shit roll because I've been in the position before where people have thrown shit, and I got eliminated for the reason of they find fear of me or threat of me. When I can be a threat. I don't think you want me to get there, but I can. So the whole situation was just really frustrating. And I'm happy that we won because that means I'm safe because I knew I was going to get voted out. I'm happy we won because it goes to show that I'm like a fucking cat. Not a pussy because I'm not scared, but a cat. I have 9 lives. I've survived 2 votes, one off my sheer social skills and my gut feeling, and the other one off of an idol. I was supposed to get voted out this round. They tried to throw a challenge, and no one was on board with it. So clearly, I have a few lives in this game, and I'm not going down without a fight. I'm not letting these people get the better of me. So hopefully, my conversation with Alyssa is somewhat true, is somewhat beneficial. The conversation I had with Dylan the other night about if we did lose, he would want to take out Alyssa. Honestly, I'm still on board with that. I am still on board with that. But I'm not, I'm going to sit back, observe, and see how things go. I need to reassess the situations. I need to reassess my gameplay. And at this point, my gameplay is I'm turning into a Sandra as long as it's not me. Every single person in this game is a 100% fair game, except as long as it's not me. And I can do it. And I think I can do it. Assuming since there's one chest left, assuming that it might go into a Big Brother situation because there's only going to be 9 people left. If it is the Big Brother situation, depending who wins, hey, I might just be able to figure out what to do with it. Now, another thing that worries me is these powers that are left. Alyssa, Dylan, certain people have powers. And I don't know how it's going to turn out. I don't know if they're going to evolve into something. Assuming if they're not played, I don't know. If it does, it does. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Jeff can take a chest. Maybe he can take a veto. The things might change, which is fine with me, as long as it keeps me safe. I think that I've really blossomed in this game from where I was in the standpoint that I was in the beginning. I've had so many ups and downs. We lost the first one, was a down. We won the second one, was an up. The third round, I became captain. Or the third round, I almost get voted out. The next round, I become captain. The next round, I almost get voted out. So it's just like I've had these ups and downs in this game to where I try to relax and chill. And at this point, like even people like Emily, Duke, even Peyton asking me about the vote. Why? Why me? I'm not voting. Talk to Dylan. He's voting. But I see what's going on. I see the first name I say, they're going to latch onto it. Oh, well, he said this. I've learned my lesson. I ain't saying shit. I'm going with the flow. I'm going with the flow. If you want to do this, hey, that's fine. As long as it's not me. So I've had to readjust my game. And hopefully everything works out for me in this game that I want it to. I think my biggest fear at this point is really getting put in a shitty situation. And now that I see how a lot of relationships have turned into, but the biggest fraud in this game was Noah, and he is gone. He tried that shit during the challenge, though. He really did try that shit. Um, but he's gone now. And he was really the Nick Mana of the season. So at the end of the season, whoever watches these confessionals, if they don't understand who the Nick Mana is of the season, just think of somebody who lies and stuff like that, but holds information and distributes it where it needs to be. Kind of like Trump and passing out water in Puerto Rico. Same thing. And I hear Nicole's laugh in my head. And so, same thing. He had information, he passed it and you know, turned it and twisted it however he wanted to best fit him. Peyton's pissed that Noah's gone because he liked Noah. He was close with Noah. He told Noah about my idol. Bitch thinks I'm stupid. I ain't a fucking fool. And he knows about it. And he knew about it. And Dylan, I had the conversation with him about what Noah was doing. And we compared notes and we realized something was a little fishy. And you know what? Look what happened. Noah's gone. I'm happy because now information is not going to be distributed around every little thing. People are actually going to have conversations with other people. People are actually going to have real talks with people. So I'm okay with my position because we have won. After this week, I'm going to have to reevaluate my game and my situation. Because if it goes down to Big Brother and it goes down to 9, then we're going to have to switch around and make alliances or do whatever the hell we got to do in order to potentially stay safe. If we do come into power, something. Let's just see how it shakes out. Do any of you have questions for me?
You pretty much covered everything that I had.
Okay. Sean, you have any questions? That's probably a no. Ooh.
I'm sorry, I'm talking to my kid. I just wanted to get your thoughts on how the challenge went down, what you were thinking.
Oh, honestly, anyone who knows me knows I am extremely vocal. Matthew's heard me go off on people. Sean's seen me go off on everyone, but both of them have seen me and heard me go off on people. I told Dylan's like, I want to win, because he wants to have a hand in the vote. And honestly, I believe he's going to do something crazy. I 100% believe he is. Because he really wants Duke out, so I think that's going to happen. But for this challenge, and Mandy and I were messaging back and forth, and she was like, this is some bullshit. She was like, if we lose, I want to vote Jesse out. I said, well, it's going to be me if we lose. And she says, well, I'm voting for Jesse. This is stupid. Jesse picked it. She volunteered. You volunteer to do something, then all of a sudden you want to sit there and back out with 30 minutes left until the deadline, and knowing that you have 4 other people, technically 8 rounds in a sense, to go after, to do what we have to do, and you're sitting there holding it up for some bullshit ass excuse. Bitch, you can breathe, okay? You said, oh, my dad's gonna be worried about me popping the balloons, and then all of a sudden you can't breathe. Like, you picked it, you chose it, and I wanted to flip the fuck out. I really, really wanted to, but I knew I wasn't in a position to do that. If everybody in that group was in my alliance, or if I had a bigger alliance, then yes, I would have flipped out on her, and I probably would have did the same shit to her like I did to Nina, and same thing as to Jasmine. You're trying to throw it, but you don't get an Oscar or an Emmy or a Tony because your acting is horrible. Her acting was basically kind of like the people from Sharknado on Sci-Fi. Oh my God, there's a shark tornado! Like, it was so bad. And then her acting like she didn't hear us, any of that stuff. She could have easily communicated with us. She was trying to throw it, but Dylan wasn't down for it, and I wasn't, and Mandy wasn't. And I think she thought that if we vote, it was going to be her. But I did think it was funny how she said in the chat, can we just lose? We know who are voting out. That would have been yours truly. I was not going to let that shit go down at all. I wouldn't care if I had to be on call and went to Walmart and had a fucking allergic reaction. I was going to make sure we won that shit, make sure that shit was done. So how it went down, I'm happy that we competed. I'm happy that Kim didn't compete, but it's upsetting because they tried it yet again and they have failed to get me out. So take that, Jesse.
I couldn't get unmuted. I think that's all I had so far. I was really curious to what somebody really thought about that.
Oh, I was hot. I was livid. That's why I was walking around in circles because I was about to blow. It sounds sexual, but I don't mean it like that. But I was about to blow my load. Like, I really was. I was about to lose my shit because these people want me out so bad. For what reason, I don't know. Maybe because I realize I do have a fairly decent social game, but the fact is that my social game, I'm actually social. Jesse's not. Mandy is not 100% social. She stepped it up, but she's not 100% social. Jesse realizes that she, quote unquote, has these people who have her back. And that was it. After the crews were picked, We were in the main chat. Everyone's having a conversation. I say something. I don't get a response. I get a response the next day. What time are we doing this thing? I send messages to Jesse. No response. Alyssa. Oh, I've been in the tub all day. Really? Because you would have been fucking prune. So that was, these people tried it. They really did try it. And I'm not going down without a fight. Even though I wanted to quit and that's going down without a fight, I didn't. I stuck it out. And I'm still here. I should have been gone a long time ago. But I've made it to single digits. And I'm damn proud of myself and the game that I have played. So let's hope there's an HOH next round. And let's hope I can win that motherfucker because I'm taking shots. I'm taking shots. We lining shit up and we doing it. I'm gonna make every. Shots? We'll do fireball for Matthew. Okay. I'm taking shots. I don't care because at this point I've realized the people who I closely trust, like Emily and Peyton and Jeff, the people who I thought I can truly trust, they have shown acts of duplicity. I think that's a word. Towards me. They have shown acts of backstabbing. They have done that. Noah came to me and told me straight up that Emily told him that I thought it was a bullshit story, which it was. It was a bullshit story. She told him that. She had no reason to. Peyton telling Noah about my idol, and in turn tells Duke. There is no reason for him to say that. And just like I know Peyton got to see all the chests. I know, because Emily told me, that Alyssa's chest is not even a real thing, what she's telling people. And I gave Peyton a perfect opportunity the other night when I had said to him, hey, yeah, it makes me nervous because Alyssa can just up and leave tribal council. She's like, mm-hmm. So he's agreeing to that not being a real thing. He agreed to think that I think it's a real thing when I know it's not. But he thinks that it is. He thinks that I think it is when I know that it's not. You know why? Because he's protecting Alyssa. That's why he knew that he wasn't voting for Alyssa. He told me to vote for Alyssa to try to make it be a thing, and he could try to use it against me because he knows I'm not a dummy. I should have played stupid like I did in my fucking intro video. I could have coasted through this game, but that's just not me. So Jeff, on the other hand, I can say he's probably the one I trust the most because he hasn't shown any signs of distrust or disloyalty to me at least. So I feel more alone than I do with a group of people. I want to trust Alyssa, but I don't think that's going to happen because I don't know if I can. Dylan, same thing. I want to trust him. I've messaged him a few times today. He's had multiple conversations and multiple chats. The only time he ever got back to me was, I really hope she doesn't throw it. But never anything about anything else that I really want to have a conversation with him about. So the people that I want to trust, I feel like I can't. And so I'm going to have to be an army of one. And either fuck stuff up or go down fucking stuff up. It's gonna be something, and that's the position I'm being forced into. And I don't want people to see that side of me, but better believe it's coming. It's coming. The storm is a brewing. So I know what Dylan had in his chest. He told me. Peyton told me what only. It was funny because I asked Peyton. I said, "Well, what is the chest that he had given to Alyssa?" And he mysteriously didn't know. He mysteriously did not know the chests that Alyssa had. He mysteriously did not know what was inside of those, but he knew everything else. Come on, Peyton. Play smarter. Don't take me for a fool, because I really don't want to have to take you to this rodeo and have to show you, that you mess with the wrong one. I like you. I think you're a cool guy. It's these people should think I'm fucking stupid. This was my downfall and torched. I didn't let people think I was dumb. And that's what I probably should have done. But now it's too late in the game for people to think that I'm dumb. They know that I'm smart. They know that I catch on to bullshit real quick. So all I can say is hopefully everything works out the way that I need it to. And then I'm Gucci. So
Anybody else have any questions? I've got to hop off. I got to go do a challenge.
all right. Yeah, I mean, thanks for letting me vent. Thanks for just letting me get it out.
That's what it's here for.
I know. Like, look, I know that I can't ask you guys questions that I want to ask you, because obviously you guys are hosting, and I'm not. And I can't just ask you guys. Damn, can you believe I made it this far? Damn, can you believe I talked my way out of these situations? I know that I can't do that, but I'm curious to see if you. Oh god, the hiccups. If you guys have a chat or something that has like your thoughts on the weekly, like a weekly recap, or your thoughts on things, or stuff like that. I'm curious to see. I'm so curious to see what you guys think. So
the only chat that we have thoughts of things is the prod chat, but you guys won't see that.
What do you want for dinner?
I don't care. Well, that's unfortunate, but at the end of the season, I will be asking every single one of you what you thought about it. So, but I love you guys.
We're working on our notes right now. Talk to you guys soon.
Thank you. Bye. Thank you. So, but all right, guys. Well, I love you guys, and